Ako po si Tene Rose Leandante.
At ako naman, si Michael Davantes.
At ito ang MMTV.
Kumusta po mga kababayan at Tenny? 2 weeks after na hinost natin ang Filipinas Expo and Multicultural Trade Show ay may naganap na malaking event sa Toronto called Taste of Manila.
Tama yan, Michael. At ito ang Filipino Street Festival, showcasing the food, games, dances, at iba pang activities.
Pero dahil sa ating mga commitments ay hindi tayo nakapunta roon. Pero at least na-cover natin ito with Peaches and Ingrid in Toronto.
My name is Peaches Matarang, reporting to you from Toronto for Mabuhay Montreal TV. We're here at the first annual Taste of Manila at Bathurst and Wilson in Toronto, or affectionately known by our kababayans as Philtown. We're very diverse, and I have here with me Meng and Marinelle, and Marinelle is the mayor of the LBGT community here in the Bathurst and Wilson area. Marinelle, Meng, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, I know that I saw you guys practicing a little bit. Do you guys have a performance that you're going to be doing today?
Yes, we're going to perform at 3:35 this afternoon.
Oh, amazing. So what kind of performance are you going to be doing?
It's a kind of medley. It's Daling-Daling Filipino song, and it's a mix of younger generation and older generation.
We're here with one of the leaders of the Filipino community, Father Ariel. Oh, I know that you are a leader in the Filipino community, or one of. If you could let us know, what are some of the initiatives that you've taken in order to help bring community to the Filipinos here in Toronto?
Yes, a couple of years ago, I started an after-school program in my parish. In the 90s, and many of the youth are involved in music and entertainment. And after so many years, we have regathered when they have become adults, and we formed the marketing group called SGLP. And from there, many musicians and artists, and then we opened a warehouse for youth, like a drop-in center, where they have music and where they have film and television shows, online shows.
Taste of Manila! What does being Filipino mean to you?
Being Filipino for me is being hospitable and food. We all love to eat food all the time, so that's why we're here.
We think about food as well, and they're very loving. And what more can you say? There's unity.
And we love God, we love people, we honor hardworking people, and we love Canada.
Filipinos are very hospitable, they're very friendly.
Of pride and a lot of joy. Ako ay Filipino.
Say Filipino because I'm a makeup artist. I would say that being a Filipino is having a pretty face, a beautiful face, and a very big heart.
Being Filipino, I'm so proud because we're unique.
We're known for boxing because of Manny Pacquiao, but I have here with me Mark Guapo Pagkaliwagan. He is going to be the next boxing superstar. So, Mark, welcome. Now, I hear that you have this fight that's happening September 6th.
I'm fighting September 6th in Mississauga at the Hershey Center. And it's going to be a good fight. I'm undefeated right now, 7 wins, 0 losses, 6 knockouts. And when I win, I'll be having a chance to fight for a title. So this fight means a lot to me right now.
To start celebrating it. So this place, Bathurst in Wilson, this is like Tutuban Station on a weekend because there's so many Filipinos and there's so much things going on. It's bustling. And so we thought, well, why don't we make this our town? So we just gave it a name. And so by just giving it a name, it kind of makes people own it. And this is a testament, this is the proof of owning it. Right now, Taste of Manila, we hope to have Taste of Cebu, Taste of Davao, Taste of you, whatever, but come to Philtown, do it right here, because we as a people, we're diverse. Ilocano, Kapampangan, we're all different. We have different foods, just like what you see here today. But the one thing is that we can all be together in one place. So we can be diverse, yet together in a place. So this is where diversity comes together.
Hi, my name is Ingrid Pascual, and we are here at downtown Toronto celebrating the Filipino culture for the PIDC Mabuhay Festival event. We are here with the former ambassador, Mr. Montesa. Yes, what does being Filipino mean to you?
Alam mo, ang pagka-Pilipino o kahit anong nasyonalidad mo ay nasa iyong pagkatao. Hindi na dapat ipaliwanag yun. Yun ay makikita sa iyong pananalita, sa pagkilos mo, paggalang sa tao, pagdalang sa bansa, at paggalang sa kapwa mo. Yan ang pagiging isang citizen ng anumang bayan, kay Pilipino ka o Canadian.
Being Filipino means knowing your roots, knowing about the heritage of your parents and where you came from.
Being a Filipino is like, I always notice like being hospitable, right? So we always want to help each other. Yeah, gusto nating tulungan ng bawat isa. Tsaka, yeah, laging nagtutulungan. It's like bayanihan. Yeah.
It means being proud of being who you are and loving yourself no matter what.
I'm here with the famous Filipino designer, Mr. Rene Salud.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, what inspires your designs?
Inspirations of my design, well, these are the traditional terno. These the butterfly sleeves. This is worn during May festivals, and this is the Philippine national costume.
That sounds great.
And, this being advertised, I mean, this made famous by the former First Lady Imelda Marcos.
What a great inspiration indeed.
And I'm very happy to be having those outfits in this procession, in this parade.
We just wanted to ask you, because we've been asking this in a survey, what does being a Filipino really mean to you?
Well, Filipino is resilient, Filipino is loving people, and of course, the most hospitable people all over the world. And I would say Filipino is beautiful and it's a lot of fun.
Keep the eye party. You heard me at the fashion shows and concert. You heard me siya ang Kuya June Nagtara. Kundi up to the Sabado. Punta kayo doon. This is my feel time, man. My feel time, yo. Big up sa mga business on the big with it. Get with it. Feel time, my town. That dance to it. That dance to it. See that city. That's where I'm from. So besides with the now. Where you from? Filipino proud worldwide. Show 'em why you hot. Ang ganda mo, ang sexy mo, bagay ka sa isang katulad ko.
Feeling a little insecure. Is anybody else feeling childish? Cause they can stay within the lines. If anybody is out there tonight feeling low on life, let me know and I just might go down there and
International, first class seat on my lap, girl, riding comfortable. Cause I know what the girl them need. New York to Haiti, I got lipstick stamps on my passport, make it hard to live. Been around the world, don't speak the language.
So mukhang naging successful ang event, Michael.
Oo nga, at sana nga ay magkaroon tayo ng ganyang klaseng event dito sa Montreal. Ang kaso nga lang, to achieve such success ay kailangan ng cooperation and unity dito sa ating community.
Tama yan, Michael. Sa ating pagbabalik, meron tayong panauhin. Siya isang eksperto sa conflict resolution.
Huwag po kayong alis. Welcome back to MMTV at sa ngayon ay meron tayong special guest. Siya ay si Christophe Rouleau na isang conflict resolutions expert. Hi Christophe, how are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome to the show, Christophe.
Thanks, glad to be here.
So Christophe, having a master's in conflict resolution or actually international relations with a focus on conflict resolution and negotiation, what have you been doing recently?
Well, I just came back from Mexico City. I was working as a political analyst for the Quebec General Delegation in Mexico City. And last year I worked with Search for Common Ground. It was based in Washington, D.C. And it's an international NGO in conflict resolution.
Oh, that must have been great experience working in Washington, D.C.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, definitely, yes.
So, Christophe, there are so many conflicts around us. What is really a conflict and why does it occur?
Well, as you can see in the news, conflicts are everywhere. So internationally, community level employees and even family members, unfortunately, it's everywhere. And basically what a conflict is when you have two or more parties who have different perceptions, opinions or interests about a specific problem. All human beings being very different, then we can understand how conflicts are everywhere.
Yes, unfortunately, it is also present in our community because some people just have the habit of having control and exerting authority so that there is a struggle in power.
Yes, indeed, it's actually very normal. But the problem with these power struggles is that it does take as hostages the community members by projecting a bad image over the community and also bringing, it actually affects the unity of the community.
Yes, exactly. It has come to a point that it has become detrimental to the image and growth of the Filipino community here in Montreal.
Yes. So, Christophe, I know you are not familiar with all these intricacies in the community, but I will take advantage of your expertise.
Very well.
What is the possible solution for this issue?
Well, first of all, let me just say that I'm pretty optimistic that a solution can be found. Also, there's no magic recipe for a conflict. It takes a lot of efforts, energy, time, and commitment to find compromises and solutions. And the leaders probably know better than any one of us how to come up with these solutions. However, there might be some key essential components that could help. First of all, you have to leave out negative emotions. Hate, pride, defiance, and so on will only lead to a worsening of the conflict. Also, you really need to focus on the mutual ground. So, for example, in this case, I can only think that the two leaders need to focus on the unity of the community and the good image, something they probably worked very hard during their lives to reach. And so, as leaders as well, they are responsible for this unity. So they already share a very strong element here. Finally, you really need to be creative. You know, if you get stuck on the same perception and the same definition of the problem, you probably won't get anywhere. So you really need to do some brainstorming and rethink the problem through to find a solution.
But how about empathy?
Well, empathy is the ability to put yourself in other people's shoes. So that requires a lot of maturity and a sense of security, because to be able to do that, you're already through, at least halfway through the problem. But let me just say also that most of conflicts are usually due to a problem of perceptions. So it's not, most of the time, it's not even the problem itself, so a problem of interest, it's really the way people look at the conflict. So that's really the key to finding a solution, I believe.
Well, you know what? Since we have the ice bucket challenge, Tenny, I think we should nominate all our Filipino community leaders for a unity challenge, right?
That would be great, Michael. So, Christoph, before you pursue your master's degree and ended up in the White House, I've learned a lot of, actually a secret.
You learned a secret?
Yes.
Well, what is it?
You were a fashion model before.
Right. Yes, actually, Mike here trained me professionally, so thanks, Mike.
Yes, and actually he's a favorite of many fashion designers, but of course his heart is on mediation. So, thank you, Christoph.
So
thank you for passing by and for sharing us your knowledge.
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
So yan po, si Christoph Rolo. Magbabalik po ang MMTV.
Welcome back to MMTV. Since Michael, napag-usapan na rin natin ang male modeling dahil sa panauhin natin na si Christoph, ang Prime Event Productions Philippines Foundation is holding the biggest male pageant in the Philippines called the Misters of the Philippines.
And the winners will represent the Philippines in 4 of the biggest pageant for men in the world: Mr. International, Mr. Tourism International, Mr. Model International, and Mr. Global. Panoorin natin ngayon ang preliminary events ng Misters of the Philippines.
So mukhang matindi ang labanan, Michael. So aside from Christoph, you have discovered and developed some of the world's top model, such as 2Exist model Ian Scully, Abercrombie & Fitch model Andrew Phillips Turby, and H&M model Neil Snyder. As an expert, who are your bets on Magic 8 in the pageant?
Magic 8. Well, medyo mahirap yan because in pageantry, you have to see them in person and judge how they look on stage and how they present themselves, how they walk, and how they talk. Kaya mahirap talaga na ma-judge through photos. Pero kung pagbabasehan lang ang photo, I would say na ito, tingnan ko sa kanilang website, I would say Aklan, Bukawi, Bulacan, Bukidnon, Caloocan, Sarangani, Santa Cruz, Tondo, Manila, and the UK.
Bukidnon kind of looks like the model Tyson Beckford.
Yes, the supermodel Tyson Beckford.
Yeah.
Pero kagaya ng sabi ko kanina nga, Tenny, na mahirap lang talaga kung pagbabasehan ang pictures kasi you never know. Yung mga hindi ko na-mention na napili ko can be very strong in person.
Ang daya nga, hindi mo sinama yung probinsya natin, such as Bicol and Samar.
Well, I have to be fair. Pero pagdating sa national costume, Tenny, ay kay Mr. Samar ako. Kasi iba talaga yung craftsmanship eh. Very intricate siya at maganda yung pagkakapresent ni Edviro, si Mr. Samar. Kaya pagdating sa national costume, Mr. Samar ako, siya dapat ang manalo as best in costume.
I agree with you, Michael, but I'm still rooting for Bicol though.
Aba, pagdating talaga sa Bicol itong si Tenny ay talagang very loyal. Well, anyway, gusto naming pasalamatan ang aming Philippine correspondent sa Pilipinas, si Eileen Jane Cavas, at ang aming hardworking and very talented na cameraman na si Atilano Joman Radaza. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so ang grand finals po ng Misters of the Philippines will be on September 7 at the University of Makati Grand Theater.
Visit mistersofthephilippines.com for more info.
Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik sa aming programa.
Na patuloy na naglingkod sa ating mga kababayan.
Muli po tayo magsama-sama
dito sa MMTV.